Greetings, my fellow Catholic. Today we're going to be talking about how you can fundraise if you live in either a poor parish, a poor community, or if you think that you just don't have all the resources around you necessary to fundraise what you want. That is the topic today. So stick with me to the very end. I'm going to be sharing 3 recommendations on what I think you can do, what's going to really help you with your fundraising if you find yourself in this situation. Hi, I'm Brice Sokolowski, the founder of CatholicFundraiser.net, a website and an apostolate that is completely dedicated to helping Catholics just like you, looking to fundraise, trying to find new strategies, new ways of doing it in the 21st century. So whether you're starting out or you're a pro and you're looking for fresh ideas, I think you're going to get a lot from the next few minutes. So stick with me. And before we start, I just want to make sure that you download absolutely for free my gift to you, the 10 Commandments to Catholic Fundraising. These are 10 actions that I found to be very, very helpful over the many years I've been doing this. It's been downloaded thousands of times. The overall consensus is 2 thumbs up. So make sure that you download the 10 Commandments to Catholic Fundraising. The link is going to be right below. It's absolutely for free. Don't miss out. Okay, how do you fundraise if you either find yourself in a poor parish, poor community, or you don't think you have all the resources around you? I'm going to give you 3 recommendations that I have found to be very helpful if you find yourself in this situation. The first recommendation is to understand that more than likely a poor community like yours built what you currently have. If you live on the East Coast or you're blessed to have a parish that's over 100 years old, maybe even 50 years old or 60 years old, we have to think about that though the generations before had a lot less than we did. And I think it's just, I'll get into a little bit about this whole topic later on in the video, but it's just to recognize that whatever you have in front of you, you have to recognize that, wow, people have done something before and with a lot less, or more than likely, let's just say a lot less than what we think they might have had. Sometimes we don't think about what the previous generations gave to us. So it's just to understand this topic. It should inspire you to say, wow, more than likely people in my situation have done incredible things, and just focus on this concept of being inspired to do something with not a lot. It's really important to understand that you have to be inspired by your situation. It's really, really important. That's point number 1. Number 2, with that said, and I've got my notes so I don't forget anything, is to ask the question, why in today's culture are so many people saying we cannot build because we are either poor, we don't have the money, we don't have the resources? And I think it's because today's culture tells us that we need money, we need lots of money to do almost anything. It's always about money, money, money. Other people have money, they don't want to give it to us. Because people don't want to give to us, we can't do something. We're constantly told that money solves problems. Money is not the problem. And maybe I should have suggested this in the first point, but there's this wonderful book called Who Really Cares by Arthur C. Brooks, and it talks about who actually donates, who is giving money. And I really recommend reading the whole book. It's fantastic. It's a quick read. But he pretty much says that it's poor communities that actually donate, that give, and that do something. So sure, we see a lot of money building, sure, sky rises, big cities, big companies, and we hear about these companies and all these GoFundMes and venture capitalists and private equity and stocks and money, money, money. But in reality, this book, and if you look at the lives of the saints, if you look at Jesus, who told people, go out, he told his apostles 2 by 2 with absolutely nothing. He even says, the will, I believe he says something like the will is weak. I do know he says to St. Paul, my grace is sufficient when St. Paul is complaining about his situation. We can do so much with the little that we have. It's almost amazing. And I look at my apostolate, I look at the successful Catholics that I encounter who have either done well in business or done well with their apostolates. And the story is always the same. Looking back, they're saying, wow, I did so much with so little, and it's taught them how to do all of these things with such little. So this concept of money, which this book talks about and what I've seen in my own experience, is that money, if you think money is the problem to solve it, obviously if you have a roof that's leaking, something is broken, the immediate solution somehow is not money. If you want to dive deeper into those specifics in your situation, you can come and reach out to me. I'm happy to assist. But the solution doesn't necessarily mean that it's money immediately. And this leaves us to point number 3, which I'm going to say quite quickly because I don't want this to be too long. But it comes from St. Austin and many, many other great saints, is the understanding, this is a quote, the understanding is quick and ready, but the motion of the will is very slow. The motion of the will is very slow. So if poor communities could build parishes 100 years ago, what is really stopping us? What is really stopping us? And if we have the faith in Christ, we have His Catholic Church, what really is stopping us? Who's actually taking account of the time that they have? I meet a lot of people, and I'll raise my hand, is between your job, holidays, time with family, TV time, rest time, travel time. More than likely, a lot of time is not being accounted for in your day, and you're not recognizing it. Very often I find Catholic apostolates, they don't recognize the time that they waste and the relationships that they waste, and everything that they actually need is in front of them. So money is not a replacement for action. So take an account of what your will is doing, what you personally are doing physically, and taking action every single day. I hope this has been helpful. Reach out to me if you have any questions at catholicfundraiser.net. Happy to speak with you directly and help with your fundraising, and obviously share this with an apostolate that you think could benefit. Thank you so much for your attention. God bless. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.